Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. I was recently in prison in the USA and that video worked out really well. And so I thought to myself, why fly so far away when there's actually one right here in Berlin? I'm talking about the Plötzensee prison. You always drive past it when you're heading down Seestrasse to the highway. And today I'm inside and we're going to take a look around. Thank you for having me here. You're very welcome. Sasha, nice to meet you. What can I expect here today?
Okay, we've prepared a little something here. We're going to do an intake with you as if you were coming in here as a prisoner or a potential prisoner.
Yes.
Then we'll cross the street with you so you can see a typical room. Then maybe we'll let you search for something depending on how you do. Then we've also prepared self-defense training for you. We hope that this will give you some general insights for now.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Autobahn.
I'm impressed by how stylish the buildings are here. Yeah, 19th century. Do you scrub it yourself or is it just luck? That's nonsense.
Quality, yes.
You're all in a good mood, which is how it should be. But I keep thinking, if I were to arrive now, I wouldn't be in a good mood.
Yes, we can be serious too, or rather the colleagues from intake can. We can do it directly, take you through it once. They'll get you in position, then bring you in. What do you think?
Gladly.
We'll realistically reenact it.
Welcome to the danger on the last sea. I would ask you to follow us, please.
Do we shake hands?
That's inappropriate here.
Okay, you have to ask that after all.
Let's just follow for now. Now we're free for a moment.
Wow. Ow. Are there inmates in there now?
That's too short for you.
I say it's spotless, but you call it relatively clean, so what no longer counts as relatively clean?
Well, where real life actually happens.
Okay, empty bottles and alcohol will be disposed of.
Yeah, so you have to imagine the people who come here, they're brought in from the street. She does a check, sees, oh, there's an outstanding warrant, something hasn't been paid. Then it's checked if there's a default custodial sentence, they just haven't paid their dues, and then they're picked up right away and brought here. By walking here together, we can already observe and assess how the person is doing. Are they stressed? Are they relaxed or having withdrawal symptoms? Those are all things we need to clarify a bit first. He still has the opportunity, especially with things like the dog that's still at home, to maybe use his phone to look up numbers, call someone, and clarify those things in advance. And then the gentleman will be checked. That means we tell him to empty his pockets.
I already did that when I came in, yes, exactly.
That would be checked again. The jacket would be taken off. A colleague writes everything down here. Maybe we also have a backpack with us. A colleague records everything he brought. Meanwhile, the colleague checks the prisoner. And in addition, we have a suicide screening here. These are about 5 questions, very simple ones, like whether the person is 40 years old or older.
Even younger.
Whether he has a permanent residence, and questions like that, they're all just to give us some insight, and they're also scored. And from a certain number of points, 3 points, it's already considered a bit more at risk for suicide. Even if we notice now that he's in withdrawal, the questions are also very serious. When they're in withdrawal, they actually just want their stuff. They want the pressure to go away. Most of the time they say they're not feeling well and haven't taken anything for 8 hours. Then over here we have this.
So what do? Do you say, yeah, he'll get something? You wouldn't just say, here, to calm you down.
We're going over to the medical office. First, we have a urine test here. It's in here. I've already opened it once. He then goes into that room. There's a toilet in there.
Oh, there's a little restroom in here. Ah, okay.
He urinates in there first. Are the test results here? Do we write them down here as well?
You can see it at the bottom, depending.
So we peel this off here. You can pull it off easily if you want.
Here, yes.
Exactly.
How often do you see the rainbow here?
They are already.
Okay.
Arrives from the train station, and that's it.
Okay, awesome. I'm coming in now, then I'll sit down here.
Would you take off your jacket?
Yes.
Exactly, I take the jacket.
With pleasure.
Of course, I would double check. I would ask if there are any dangerous things, sharp or pointed objects that could potentially injure me or you.
No.
I assume that's the case now, but I'd still be extremely cautious with the jacket and thoroughly pat it down, checking the pockets for anything inside, like a gasoline lighter. That's not a big deal for the police, but those are things you don't need.
That's right.
They're in the cell. You can do more reckless things with that than a regular lighter, which is why we confiscate them. We have certain regulations about which lighters are allowed and which are not. And that's why, because we have to secure, record, and return these items when they're released, it's important that we document everything meticulously and check it ourselves.
My jacket is clean?
Exactly, then the process would continue and we would carry out another physical search. I would then ask again, do you still have anything on you or have you already taken everything off?
No, I just have the transmitter and can leave again, which is nice. Exactly.
Depending on how cooperative he is, you can make this pretty relaxed. Just have him stretch out his arms. The alternative would of course also be possible, to have him stand against the wall and spread his legs a bit. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Now I'm going to start the search and slowly feel along the body to check if anything is hidden anywhere. In the end, we really want to find out if there's anything else being hidden or not.
What about the intimate area? Is it the same there too?
So we basically don't go into any body cavities. We're not part of the medical staff, so we're not working in a medical capacity. We really just check the clothing. And basically, as far as we can see during the visual inspection, if everything looks fine, that's it. But we definitely won't go into any body cavities here. Okay?
That's a shame. All right, then I'm ready now.
We've recorded everything that's here now, so downwards out, we've packed everything in here, we'll put it in here, and then it goes to the property room.
May I keep my wedding ring?
Wedding ring, yes. Now we can really go to the cell. And again, we've prepared everything, and the prisoner is allowed to take his bundle with him.
Well, that's different from what I know at Motel 1.
Yes, the cell is already prepared.
Whoa, no. Well, luxurious is something else.
Yeah, first the things that are important for now. We've also put the trays out here now. There's bread, there's toilet paper, a coffee pot with hot water for tea, with tea bags, with the prison-issued bundle. Some people also ask for the TV right away. Yes, if they're really very poor and just want to calm down at first, we also have tobacco for inmates who don't have any money.
Ah, okay.
So that they can roll 1 or 2 cigarettes here somehow. For the medical emergency call, if they have any problems. Not for things like, can I get a book in? But if they're really not doing well. Yeah, not bad, that's what we need. Then they're allowed to press this here. It's connected to the duty office in the back.
How long would I have to stay in here now?
Like you asked, you have to go through 3 steps. First, he has to go for an x-ray, then he gets tested for tuberculosis, then he has to see the intake doctor. So that's really a time-consuming process. The doctor really examines the person. What does he have? What's his medical history? What is it? Then he goes to the property room, then he's issued clothing, and as soon as those 3 things are done, he comes up to our ward. Ward 2 and 3, and that's where the real prison routine basically starts there.
Okay.
We're trying to make this as quick as possible.
How long does it take for the 3 stations? Are we talking about a week?
1 day.
Wow, okay. Why do I see locked and locked for some of them?
That means we're the inmate worker.
Ah, okay.
We're inmate workers, and here they're basically going through the tablet again.
Ah, okay.
And then the food distribution also takes place here. That means at lunchtime, the prisoners are unlocked, they come back and hold out their bowls.
Oh, I don't even go into the kitchen, like a dining hall where we sit together?
They take their food, go back to their cell, and depending on how long the mealtime is, usually they can still sit together and eat briefly in the cell if they can arrange it somehow.
Yes?
But sometimes that's not possible, then there's something going on, there's an alarm or something like that.
Is this where my little bag would have been handed in?
Basically, exactly.
Good afternoon.
Hi, but I heard that I shouldn't do that as an inmate, right?
But it's still friendly.
Yeah?
I'm just as friendly. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Yes, of course. Yes, yes. Okay.
So as I said, the things you personally bring with you will be deposited here, checked, and stored here.
The release.
If you want to use a phone or something like that again, you can only do it through the officer at the desk. You'll receive it upstairs or it will be brought to you. You can look at it, but can't make calls here. Then it will be locked away again. And as I said, you'll get it back when released.
What's the largest amount of cash someone has carried that seems unbelievable?
14,000 Swiss francs.
He just had it in his pocket. And then it's all back there.
Exactly, yes.
Among other things. So there are the property bags, and then in the back we have another room with, for example, those blue boxes where I put larger items.
Just to be clear, it could be here for years.
Yes.
Definitely.
I have to say, I like that about Berlin buildings. Of course, here you have sewage and all that, but I can always quickly run new cables. Bam, DSL line, that's what he needs.
If you're also going to issue a standard set of clothes?
Sure, I don't want to complain, but the blue shades are different too. I would get something.
All right, then I need the size.
Hey, do I get it once or multiple times?
You always get fully equipped.
But I only get it once too.
Yes?
You always get a complete set of clothing.
I think yes, longer.
Yeah, then there are like 1,000 of them.
Ah, okay. Oh, look, it was over there on the left. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, welcome.
Thank you. When I go out, should I wear the blue one? I saw some really hot, sexy underwear there, but I can wear mine outside too. Okay, he wasn't a colleague, he was an inmate. Right, okay, that's fine too.
That's true. We usually have 4 or 5 inmate workers downstairs handling these things.
He was ready now.
To join in here as well. And these tasks are actually done by our inmate workers, just like the laundry exchange, which was mentioned earlier. When there are releases, the items are counted, the institutional clothing, etc. All of that is handled by our inmate workers.
He was very relaxed with his tongue and seemed to know what he was doing, so he may have done it before.
We're usually here for weeks at a time.
How often does he let it out each day now? Is it about 3 times daily?
It varies. Usually it's quite a lot on Mondays because over the weekend, our business hours end at 3 p.m. on Fridays. Outside business hours, new arrivals don't go through the property room, but instead go through intake and the control center. We process that on Monday, and sometimes the guards come in, like yesterday at 7 a.m. And yes, that happens, but actually every day between 1 or 2, and sometimes even 10 o'clock, depending on how much time there is.
And I also signed for that. And it says if I damage the jacket or if it gets lost.
I will be charged for it.
All right, should we give it away? No.
Here you have all the larger personal belongings, so to speak. You can really smell it.
Yes.
Yes.
Is that the question? Did you take all of them at the sports festival or no?
We also have people who live on the street.
Okay.
We usually wash the items because we have a duty of care.
Yes.
If we notice they're really heavily soiled, then we wash them. If we detect mold, we also have a washing machine in the back, so we wash the items once.
There's a booking number on it, the compartment, plus the last name. It's a bit like our kiosk with DHL. You have to say for some people, their whole life is here, right?
Definitely. So we also have some, like I said, those who come from the street. We really have a lot of them. The entire lives of these gentlemen are here.
You just came in from the side and took the key with you because, of course, we're not supposed to show the keys. Are there really people who try to copy them when they see them?
Yes. So actually there are reports in the press. This is one of those topics where we don't joke around at all. Keys and locks. And there was actually once a prisoner who started to make copies of them. So we're not allowed to show them to the prisoners either. Well, they're not really, they're actually pretty big. It's not exactly fine craftsmanship. But what's even more ironic about the whole thing is that if the key code is made public, we have to replace our entire locking system. The keys are fixed here, you can't take them out, everything is secured. That's why it actually works so well. So there really isn't any reason for us to say otherwise, except for that one time when someone tried to forge it. Overall, it's pretty solid.
And there was a cell search and you found a key.
Or did someone else, another inmate, report it and say, he has a key, he let me out of my cell? We said, that's nonsense. And then we checked it and indeed he had a homemade one. Okay.
Honest question, do you tell the inmate who reported it to stop snitching or do you thank them?
You say thank you.
Okay.
And then you say to the prisoner who did it, you say, shame on you, shame on you, shame on you. And afterwards you say to the guy, I'm very impressed.
Yes, okay.
Of course, you have to punish and reprimand accordingly in that moment and intervene as needed. But it really is impressive what some people hear, wow.
That's how I approach it. You make a key copy, which really deserves respect. And then you go to your buddy to show off and he sells you out. Great. I still have to say, I'm always amazed out here at how nice it looks. Yeah. Why is there barbed wire here? This is an outer wall. Oh, what if I bring it over here? Yeah.
There's the street, there's Friedrich Olbricht Dam. There are prisoners who have the privilege, they have what's called a movement pass. That means they're allowed to move around unsupervised because they're trusted to a certain extent. But even then, of course, we have ladders here too, because we have to work on things and get things done. But a prisoner with a ladder is never unsupervised.
So I'm 1.88 meters tall, just for the viewers, okay? There. And this isn't even the barbed wire, you know, from Grandpa, if you don't like your neighbors, but rather... Yes.
It's called NATO wire, not near death. Someone confused that before.
And I think anyone who's ever crossed a pasture, like in Brandenburg near a cow, and there's a bit of barbed wire and you got caught on it. But there really are people who say, all right, let's go. I get that. And then once you've made it past the first near-death wire, you still have to climb up there and, yeah.
It's not possible.
How often does that happen?
Not at all. Well, prisoners know that it's difficult. Our job is to make sure people don't escape. It would be really stupid if that happened more often. That means it doesn't happen that someone tries to dig under the wall with a spoon, nor does anyone really make it over the wall here. We're really good at that because that's one of the main things we're supposed to do. So if people were constantly breaking out of here,
Something would have gone wrong. When was the last escape?
at the end of 2017,
Now my head, that's my age again, my head says that was just yesterday. And then I do the math and say, no, that was 9 years ago. Yeah.
I think it was between Christmas and New Year's 2017. And that was in the auto repair shop, and there are tools there, which of course are counted at the end of the day. So several things just went wrong there. That's why they eventually really broke through the wall. And there were 4 and then they were gone, but it took a month and then they were all back, so they didn't get very far.
Do you get punished for escaping? I read somewhere that it's true. That's right, the idea of escape is human nature. Everyone is allowed to have it.
Yes,
But if I go out and break the whole wall, then I have to pay for it too.
exactly.
Okay, exactly.
So escaping itself is not forbidden. Everything you do that is a crime along the way, if you knock down an officer, if you break through the wall, that of course is treated accordingly.
Okay.
But the escape itself is not.
Well, you little rascal, how long are you going to wait until something finally happens with your career? On Jubu, there are over 100,000 job offers waiting for you, and new ones are added every day. No matter if you're looking for something full-time, part-time, as a temp, or by the hour, and that's in every industry, for every profession. And the best part is, you regularly receive new job offers that are a good fit for you through job alerts on WhatsApp, and you can apply super quickly through Jubu in just 2 minutes. And if something ever goes wrong, the support team is there to help you around the clock. Wait, are you an employer and urgently looking for qualified staff? No problem. At Jubu, over 400 qualified job seekers sign up every day. You'll find exactly the staff you urgently need. And if that's not enough for you, with Jubu you can launch wide-reaching social recruiting campaigns so that everyone, including passive candidates, hears about your open position. And if no one applies for your position, no worries. As a new customer, you'll get a one-time free extension for 30 days.
When can I come here?
Always on Sundays. Here, Sunday services alternate between Protestant and Catholic.
And how well attended is it?
Relatively well, actually. Many inmates go to church, even though they probably wouldn't go to church on Sundays if they were outside. It's just a good opportunity to meet other inmates and spend a little time outside the cell. Whether the other inmates meet for personal reasons or for business reasons varies a lot. But there are actually a lot of inmates who find faith here.
Oh, that's nice. You have an organ too.
Yes.
How many employees do you have here?
Plötzensee prison had 900 in total. But you always have to keep in mind that we have the training academy here. That's where the trainees are, the ones who are still in training. That's already 300. Then the entire teaching staff, we have the central IT department here, so the number itself. It seems like a lot, but only about 200 to 300 actually work with the inmates. Yes.
Okay, if I want to be a trainee, do I have to go through training?
Yes.
3 years, 2 years, 2 years?
Exactly. Do you need a secondary school diploma or a lower diploma plus 2 years vocational training?
John, hey.
You have to be at least 18 years old, pass a physical fitness test, a German language test, then there's an interview, and then you're in. We start a training course 7 times a year.
And now I guess, as always, there's probably a big demand.
Yes.
Like everywhere. Like everywhere.
Yes.
Like now.
We're heading to the former Charlottenburg prison across the street. It's all one since the merger. But that's basically our section for sentenced prisoners.
Okay.
That's where people who have received a prison sentence are actually serving it, in contrast to the section for people serving time for unpaid fines, where we just were.
Okay, so now we're getting to the tough guys.
Exactly. Tougher guys.
And now we're going, well, not over us. No, the walls are right above us.
Exactly.
And prisoners also walk over here.
Yes, exactly. Every day, if they found a job, they go to work.
So you built this because someone said it was grandfathered status.
So that it goes under the wall. The point is it wasn't allowed to go over the wall, and that's why we dug underneath the wall. And this yellow part here is the lifting section. So you can raise this section along with the bridge by 1 meter. Raise it, yes.
Oh.
So then this part is folded in.
A big truck fits through here just fine.
It fits perfectly, making it ideal for heavy-duty transport.
So if I throw something over now, that means Timo is inside. But how is he supposed to? Well, he would have to know exactly when Timo is there. He would also have to be alone.
Yes. Most of the time, the other prisoners are involved too.
Ah, that's quite true.
So it's a group activity.
Ah, okay. Usually your guard stays with you and says,
Guys, that's true. That's actually true, yes. They always come up with something new.
And what do we have here?
These are the key boxes. So this is how you would insert it to return it. Then there's He would also need to insert it inside, like I do with this RFID token. And then he could only get out the front.
Oh, now you can go home.
Yes, yes.
Now I could get out of there.
Ah, very nice.
Then it would be cool.
Then you get it back. Ah, but only you can get your key, right?
Yes, assigned.
Yes. Then we'll move on to the practice area with these mock cells.
There's a highway there now, right? Yes.
That's right.
No!
Yes.
But you also have to say, whoever planned that back then, right next to the highway, that's a C-. But here, soccer field, volleyball. Exactly. Sometimes when someone really hits a serve, the ball lands on the highway.
That's true, theoretically. But we just don't have that many balls. So the inmates are always careful. If the ball is gone, it's gone.
And basketball, but everywhere it's lock, lock, lock.
Yeah.
That's Plötzensee.
That's Plötzensee, yeah. That's important to me. Plötzensee has had a bump for weeks. I don't know why. Because it's always important for me to emphasize, of course, this isn't for the inmates and not for the staff either. This is for the inmates' children. Imagine the dad is suddenly gone for 8 years and the child has nothing to do with it. And then they have to come here 2 or 3 times a month and meet their dad in a room with 9 other inmates and their families. That's not great. They also have to be searched just like you were earlier. For a child like that who really has absolutely nothing to do with any of this, yes, it can be really hard. That's why we try to make it a little nicer as much as we can. Plötzensee is featured in a photo brochure that explains prison life and visits to kids in a child-friendly way, using Comic Sans and simple language. That's why Plötzensee the fish might seem odd, a prison with a mascot, but it's really for the children.
Everything you're saying makes total sense. If I imagine my little son, he would understand it so much more easily with that. But now, I'm still going to ask the tough question. How often is this misused with kids? Like, give this to dad when you hug him.
For this reason, because that actually happened, nothing is allowed to be brought in anymore. I've been asked that too. Can the child bring in a drawing? If he says, I drew a donkey for daddy, can I bring it in? Then the answer is no, because daddy will take the paper with the donkey, sit in the cell and do something with it. Right now we have a big problem with new psychoactive substances, NPS.
Like artificial chemical drugs, you wouldn't think of that. In the picture where little Klausy made a donkey for daddy, mom had coated it with something beforehand so daddy would have even more fun looking at the donkey.
Exactly. Originally, the social work department was actually up here, where the father-child group and other family-friendly or family-sensitive programs also took place. That's why it worked well in the former mother-child area and why the handrail is so low.
Father-child group? Yes. Is the inmate the father or the child?
The father.
Okay.
Exactly. So it's about inmates who have small children.
Ah, okay.
Let's say from 2 to 14, something like that.
Can I have 1 extra visitation day with my child each month?
Basically, there are the normal visitation rules, 2 hours per month or 3 hours if you have a child or children. But you can also participate in additional programs as part of treatment and resocialization. And we have established a father-child group here. There are 6 fathers in it. We have now started a second group because it is quite popular. Their fathers can spend time with their child privately outside the visiting room. We also have a family-friendly extended visit option. So if you want to be an active father in your child's life, of course it's not like it is outside, obviously, it's definitely a lot less, but you can still manage it quite well here. You get an extra visit and you can apply for a family-friendly extended visit if you have no disciplinary issues like a positive drug test, a cell phone being found, or a fight. If you meet these conditions, you can be approved. And then you can also take part in the father-child group, which I think takes place once every 2 weeks. Here you also have the opportunity to spend one-on-one time with the children in Plötzensee in a nice play area we have downstairs. Exactly, so we really do offer a lot there.
Cool, so the best rule to be a good part of your child's life is simply not to end up in jail.
That would be point 1.
Exactly. If that doesn't work, you do the best you can, I think.
Yes, well, we are definitely very committed, yes.
The colleagues were kind enough to prepare a cell.
No one lives in there now.
No, not at the moment.
Wow. I think that's really well done. Sorry, I just have to say that, yeah.
Just say it. Here, these are typical Berlin gangster shoes.
Here with the chocolate bumper.
And now your task, after the colleagues have prepared everything so wonderfully here, is to search the cell for prohibited items. I've prepared something for that. Here we have gloves in size XL. They should definitely fit.
Yes, first of all, the bong wouldn't be allowed. Why is that? Yes, that's true. I can only say yes to you.
Because I told you that.
Yes, yes, Abong, yes, you'll get it. Definitely, no.
Although theoretically, according to the current law, the consumption of THC would now be possible, but in the correctional facilities of the Federal Republic of Germany, it is still prohibited, just like alcohol.
I actually think that's very good. Yes?
When we touch things, as you already saw with the colleagues during the intake, if we don't know exactly what these things are, if they could be dangerous, we use the metal detector, the handheld metal detector. You can set the metal detector to beeping or buzzing. I recommend buzzing now, since beeping is very loud.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Set to buzzing, and now, if you want to search for something and find something metallic and you move it over, you'll immediately notice, okay, there's something metallic in there. They hide things everywhere here, even in mattresses.
Everywhere, things everywhere.
For example, that's for when you have inaccessible things, like on top of the wardrobe doors. I can't see that at all, so I use a mirror to check it.
Is that a wardrobe or a toilet now?
That's a toilet. So that means things can be hidden around the edge here too, and you have to check if everything is clear and so on. I wouldn't have thought of that yet. Mirrors are designed to be removable.
I just wanted to very briefly, so now...
Look. Just relax, what else can you do? Look, here you can take something off, then you can remove it and see, did they put something in there? Did they? No, looks good, right?
That was the one where you found something, where you said at home in the evening, like, look what I found today.
I think nobody cares.
Yeah.
So often, when things aren't supposed to be found, they're hidden inside the body. Prison wallets. So that means it's put into the anus.
I see.
Here, look, it's transparent, right? Why?
So I don't have anything inside. I thought, you know, it looks cool, like sometimes when something transparent is held up to the light, you know?
We likely came up with the idea just like that. The items are sealed, so that means whenever there's something here that I can unscrew, a seal is put on it, then you can see if the inmate has tampered with it or not.
I learned that every book gets checked. Look here.
That's what it looks like. What kind of book is that?
That's not, look, every book gets checked here. There's something inside. Really? Oh, a good collection. Yeah.
Of course.
That's not where it should be collected. It's very bad. Yeah, yeah.
We should have taken a bigger phone.
How does it work?
So just turn it around for a moment. Here are the LEDs.
When I tap up there...
There's a beep when green means the battery, so there's a battery inside and it's okay. If I do this, it just buzzes. I think that's better also for the camera.
Oh, a little bit, yeah.
Who noticed it already, and by the way, you may have noticed just now, he independently checked if the device really works by holding it against the metal.
Yes.
That's fascinating.
How long do you usually need for one cell?
Well, if you take your time, about 45 minutes.
Yes.
If you don't have that much time, then I'd say between 15 and 20 minutes. There are probably just some buttons here. If we really have a strong suspicion, then it can take longer. It can even take several hours. Well, we're definitely inclined to take everything apart, and we're really experts at that.
Wait a minute, I'd still check down there. Those are shoes.
Right?
Yeah, I would still take a look at those. Yeah.
Take another look at those.
But you'd probably want to look at that again. When you reach a certain age, it's always good to sit down. No.
You can't be serious.
Wait, look.
Whoa, whoa. Now here's something really amazing.
That's probably a girl as well.
Absolutely not. With that, you could really manipulate everything here in the cell. That would actually work. There's a Phillips screwdriver on it, there's a pair of scissors on it, there's a knife on it. So that would really be the worst case scenario. And I could open my wine bottles. That would be wonderful too.
I have to say, I find it so funny at all the agencies I've been to, police, fire department. For me, you guys are also an agency in a way, indeed. That there's a sense of humor. That's really important. I think otherwise you can't do jobs like this for long.
Check the whole door along with the door frame.
This one.
That's the door.
The cell door, but I must have hidden it when it was closed.
We have open doors and ward recreation time here too.
Now I'm curious. I looked around there. Huh?
And you didn't find it?
I looked super dangerous. I mean, that could be true. Yeah, it can happen. I wish.
I'm telling you.
Okay, I'll give you that again. What's a typical day like? Until when can I sleep?
6 a.m. is roll call and a check to see if everyone is alive. Workers must get up then, since work starts at 7 a.m. Others can stay in bed.
Okay.
At 7 a.m., the workers go to work, so they're at their workplace then and out of the equation for now.
What do I gain by going to work?
Money.
Oh.
Yes, exactly. So prisoners earn money. The amount is adjusted annually. That's why I'm not committing to the exact cents right now. There are wage levels from 1 to 5. $2.20 an hour up to about $2.80 an hour.
Can they come work at my kiosk?
If they're given enough freedom to work for you, you should hire them properly and pay at least minimum wage.
Okay, but I once heard about someone who had something covered with stickers. He had it done in prison.
We have a sorting facility here that actually also takes on external contracts. Gluing, folding, deburring, and similar tasks.
Okay. And then, if I go to work now, I would work from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m., 2 p.m., 7 hours of work, yes. And if not, I can just hang around for 7 hours in my cell.
Exactly. In between, sometime between 8 and 9, you also have the chance to get something to eat or take a shower. Also between 12 and 1 p.m., since that's lunchtime.
Okay.
Otherwise, you stay in your cell. So if you don't go to work, you basically spend all your time in your cell. It's not like you can bake a cake in the kitchen and play chess with your neighbor. You're just in your cell.
So you watch TV.
That's probably the most common thing.
And then there's lunch at 12 o'clock.
Exactly. The workers come back at 2 p.m. The workers then get their lunch. Then, exactly, the workers stay out. Then at 3 p.m., the non-workers are also let out, and then everyone's out.
Okay.
We have group housing here, which means they can move throughout the whole building.
Okay, and then from 3 p.m. until when do they have time?
Actually, until 9 p.m. There are some breaks in between. 3:15 to 4:15 is 3 hours. Then at 4:30, there's another count until 5 p.m. That will be confirmed again. And then from 5 to 9 p.m., the whole house is open again, 4 hours.
How often can I play soccer outside with my 3 friends?
Currently, for the sports officer, they have a fixed schedule for how it works. Right now, it's once a week because it's once per house per day. So let me clarify again, right? So I don't know, Monday is house B, Tuesday is house C, Thursday is house E. That's why, right, it's once a week.
And working out?
They work out in fitness rooms inside their detention houses.
Ah, okay. Quick question. Are there accounts here too?
Yes.
Does the family pay into it?
They can do that.
Yeah?
There are 2 types of money that are important for inmates. Well, there are more, but, you know, spending funds and personal funds. House money can't be seized and can be used to buy food, consumables, including the very popular tobacco.
Ah, okay.
You can use your own money, which may be seized initially, to buy items other than food and consumables. You can pay phone bills, debts, buy personal care products, clothing, and small electronics, just items we have here. You only earn house money by working.
Ah, okay.
3/7 of wages are house money by law, not our own rule, and 4/7 is personal money. Even if your grandma sends you 400 euros, that's personal money. You can only earn house money by working.
Okay, but personal money, tell me, Timo, I'm in prison. Timo is rich. He sends me 1,000 every month. Can I spend that too? Or are there rules about that?
There are restrictions on inmate purchases. The limit is 60 euros of personal money, and otherwise it's based on need. For example, if you want 10 pairs of pants, we say you don't need that many. It's always based on the cell equipment and the amount that's already in the cell. That's how it's determined. You can't use it for food or consumables, even if someone sends 1,000 euros. That's why Berlin correctional facilities have a work requirement. One of the levers, because, well, you can't force them at gunpoint if they don't want to work, they don't want to work, but that's one of the ways we can encourage them, okay? Probably not, but that's one lever. I always say, make things as unpleasant as possible for those who don't work. Exactly. We're at the gym now, and you'll get a short self-protection training session.
Stop, hold it.
Yes, that's a good start, but if it gets physical, you need to defend yourself without causing excessive harm. So beating up a prisoner who attacks you isn't really proportionate.
I was going to say a punch to the face was usually it, no?
We try not to do that, yes. We try to bring the prisoner to the ground as unharmed and uninjured as possible, apparently.
Don't worry, your favorite channel, Hey Aaron, will be back in a moment, but I have a great offer for you. In our kiosk, we have some really awesome disposable grills right now, perfect for the summer season. Forget about those cheap aluminum disposable grills, they're all bad for the environment anyway. We have something better and even cheaper. These compostable disposable grills for only €2.49, and of course in your favorite shop, www.derkiosk.de. Grab them, stock up for the summer, and now back to Hey Aaron.
Aaron will now join us for a training session, which will last about half an hour. Of course, you will participate actively as well, and your advantage is that you already know how it works. His disadvantage is that he doesn't know it.
Here, it seems like it's the loser class, but okay.
Yes. So we do the normal training. That means, well, you know yourself how we do it. That means the warm-up with running. And whenever I clap, we do a corresponding exercise, and then we go back to running. That means 1 clap will be 10 push-ups, 2 claps will be 10 sit-ups, and 3 claps will be 5 burpees. You know, I'll listen for a moment.
Who is over 30, over 35, over 36? Okay, only 3, the older ones? Wow, I used to be the youngest.
Now, I actually wish I were an inmate. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I forgot to say, if anyone puts their hands on their hips, then everyone has to do 10 push-ups.
Really?
Yes, yes.
It's okay.
What was that? Sit-ups. Got it. He addressed me formally.
What is that?
He addressed me formally.
Did he do that?
Yes, Mr. Troshka.
That can't be true. You know, boss,
Because he addressed me formally?
he has to do push-ups.
9, 10.
So now you practice
Transport techniques.
transport techniques, delivering pizza, straight arm lock.
Yes.
Armschiebe.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't say
On your stomach.
on your stomach. No. That was just the knife, man.
What was that? Ah, okay.
Yeah. It's okay.
So armbar means I lift the joint because the joint is like a hinge joint. It's going well in that direction.
Yes.
Not in that direction. Let's go. Yes.
Great. Yes, I like you.
Oh, after a certain age, a fracture is the last thing you want.
Wait. Oh, osteoporosis. Wait a second. That was good. Yeah, but I wasn't paying attention. You weren't either. Try touching me again without hurting me. Without hurting me. Yeah. Ah, always in the face. I did it again. Ah, okay. They should practice too. Ah, okay. Ah, okay. Ah, okay.
Ah, okay. Get up.
I was thinking all day, what is he going to do here if someone breaks free? But you know how to stay safe. Nope.
No, I'm the worst of all.
Let me show him what you do. Take him down to the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is it? Yeah. Okay, awesome.
Greetings. My weapon is the word. Yeah, mine too. There's the weapon too.
Oh, yeah. Hey, in the groin. Yeah.
Now you know
Why he's getting out today.
to get around. Yeah, wow, very good. That one was longer, my Juno. Did you see that? Then you've got it.
I didn't fight back.
That's true.
But you're scoring a lot of points.
Yes.
That's what happens when you train once in a while. Whoa.
Whoa.
You were a little bit away from the wall.
Why? Do you practice martial arts? Yes or no? It would be bad if I hurt you now. So what should I do now?
I'll stay facing forward.
No, man, no. And I'd like to go to the prisoner who had the bong.
Listen, let's make a fight circle. Can we all fit in the circle?
No, we're not making a fight circle. That's the center.
So I'll tell you now what kind of attacks they're going to do, and you defend yourself.
Not okay. Low kick, front kick, straight punch to the face, fingers to the right, choking from the front. Hyper. Last time I got the instructions when we were filming the gangbang. Gangbang?
Please look down here at the floor. That's good.
Yes, exactly.
Just relax.
No, absolutely not. No.
Really?
Very relaxed. Hi, help me dress.
I need you here for a moment.
You have to choke me, please.
But that doesn't matter.
Oh, of course. Hey, Lutz.
It's working. Right away, Zimmerman.
You want to strangle me?
Yes, for her.
Try harder, but I'll still push you down.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, look here.
Done. Okay, next attacks.
He's already grinning like that.
Yeah, that was the whole thing.
Yeah.
Ha ha, good. You got out. Nice. Simultaneous wrist grab. Yes, indeed. Yes, nice. That's... Hey.
Stop! Leave it!
Okay, that's fine too. Okay, good. Okay, stop. Thank you so much for joining us. That was really nice. I haven't met anyone who was excited about it before.
Neither was I.
Should we do push-ups again?
No, absolutely not.
I'm still missing 10.
We still have to do 10 more.
You have the most popular things.
Calm down. Yes, Mrs. Blum is the most popular among you. We're just doing regular push-ups. She can really do that well. Yeah? Okay. All right, 10 more with a smile on your face. Let's go.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10. Very good. Now, are the colleagues from BSR driving up here all relaxed, like they're picking up trash at my place? Yes.
Actually, they are. Right, of course, they might have to wait in line.
Yes.
Then the car is checked when it drives in.
What do you mean by checked? Did the colleague look in the back? So, who's willing to go in?
so you can't really check it. We have different options, like using a mirror to check the vehicle to make sure no one is hiding under the vehicle. We also have a heartbeat detector at the gate.
Oh, that means
the drivers have to get out, then it's done, and then you can tell if there's still someone, a living being, in or on the vehicle.
Okay.
Yes, but it's supervised. The yard is closed for prisoner movement, so prisoners aren't allowed here. The control center announced it. And when they're done and leave again, then the restriction will be lifted.
And the colleague is now checking first whether they're actually emptying the bin, exactly. And second, whether there's not too much in there, like 2 inmates.
Exactly.
Just kidding.
Yes, so this is now the visitation center, let's call it that informally. So this is where the prisoners receive their visitors.
Oh wow, there's even a real play area. Now all that's missing is Plötzensee.
But otherwise Plötzensee is on the wall. Plötzensee is here. Inmates painted all of that.
You have to remember they're still in prison. And for that, it's really nice.
Yeah. Yes, because it's an outside visit, especially concerning the children. I always say they're not responsible for their dad being here. And for them, of course, such a visit can be quite frightening. That's why we try to make it a little nicer. At least for the children who truly can't help it. And then I sit here.
And then dad can run around and play here with Bruno and everything. Exactly. But family visits mean 12 families at the same time.
Yes.
How many are allowed to come for that?
5 in total, but only a maximum of 3 adults.
So 3 adults?
2 children is okay. 4 children and 1 adult is allowed. 5 children or 5 adults is not allowed.
5 children?
They need a legal guardian.
Oh, for how long?
1 hour. 1 hour is standard. 2 hours per month if you have 1 child, 3 hours if you have children.
That's not much either, but you have to be clear about it and you have to accept that life is hard and unfair, and if you're in prison, you have to get through it. That's it. You make it enjoyable even though you have to get through it. After an hour, everyone leaves and the next group comes in.
Exactly. Prisoners enter through the door, while visitors use 2 separate doors, one to enter, one to exit. Between the 2 one-hour visiting sessions, there's a 10-minute break for changeover before prisoners are led through. Visitors go one way, new ones come up the other corridor, and new prisoners are brought in. Now they switch everyone over.
You have to think, how many are here?
About 400 degrees.
Divided by 12? That's impressive. On those days, carousel?
Yes, this is currently just for the secure unit. Houses B, C, E, and F always have Friday, then Saturday the next week, then Friday again.
Okay.
And House A always has Wednesday, every 2 weeks. And the other houses, D, G, and the prison hospital actually have their own visiting rooms. So in that respect, it's usually pretty well booked on Fridays and Saturdays, but usually the capacity is sufficient. So thank you very much for your interest. I hope you learned a lot and got a lot out of it.
For me, as a Berliner, it was worth it to be able to look behind the walls. It was an experience. Everything was really exciting. As a dad, I also think Plötzensee is great and everything around it. But also how the rooms are and where everything is. I have so much. I need to process it all myself first. And to relax and look around. But I also find it so beautiful here. If this weren't a prison, I would come here in the summer, you could have a barbecue in the courtyard and let the kids play and have fun. I really think it's very beautiful here, and that's why I had a lot of fun. Thank you very much for letting me take a look around.
Glad to hear that. We once hosted a summer party here for the father-child group and kids. It was really nice. We're happy you enjoyed it. And if you've processed it and still feel like coming back, we can definitely do it again. And then maybe you can go on to the unit and work directly with the inmates.
That would be nice. It's up to you. If you want me to go onto the unit, write it in the comments. Do you have Instagram too?
Yes.
Feel free to follow on Instagram and see what Plötzensee does all day. See you next time. See you then. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Amerika. Ein Land, das nach Freiheit aussieht und nach Neuanfang klingt. Viele kommen bei, träumen, neu zu starten, ein neues Leben aufzubauen. Aber manche kommen, zu dienen. Deutsche Auswanderer, die in den USA Polizei- oder Feuerwehrdienst leisten. Mit Akzent, mit deutscher Vergangenheit und einem amerikanischen Job, der keine Fehler erlaubt. Hier geht's nicht um Geschichten von gestern, sondern um Entscheidungen in Sekunden. Um Mut und um Verantwortung. Andere Regeln, andere Einsätze, andere Realität. Und trotzdem dieselbe Frage jeden Tag. Get serious. What does it mean? Amerika Kopf zu sein. Wie fühlt es sich an, wenn du das Land wechselst, aber die Verantwortung mitnimmst? Wir begleiten deutsche Einsatzkräfte in den USA. Ungefiltert, ehrlich, nah dran.
Go to YouTube and subscribe to Einsatz Amerika. RD text.
On behalf. So for people who that's not as close as the toilet.
Yeah.
That's my own business.
So this is a padded cell for people who resist, who would hurt themselves. They come here